his point that India's quarrel was not with Britain or the British people, but only with British rule over India. By showing absence of hatred or bitterness in India's attitude, he paved the way for a final friendly reconciliation with Britain. It was this kind of healthy debate, rather than violent clashes between the Indian and British people, which made the Indian freedom movement so distinct from those of other countries at that time. It was in this emotionally charged atmosphere that the All India Congress Committee met in Bombay and adopted the famous Quit India resolution on August 8, 1942. It authorized Gandhi to launch a non-violent struggle at a time of his own choosing. However, before Gandhi could write to the Viceroy seeking a meeting for discussions, he and other leaders were arrested and put in jail. While the Congress leadership was behind the prison walls, the Muslim League of Muhammad Ali Jinnah had a free hand in Indian politics. Gandhi, Nehru, and other leaders were released from jail in 1945. They saw an India which was frustrated and seething with discontent. It was clear that the British could not hold India much longer. In March 1947, the British Labour government, in a bold move, dispatched Lord Louis Mountbatten as the last Viceroy of India, setting a time limit for the transfer of power. Mountbatten arrived with a plan for the partition of India as well. On June 23rd, both the Congress and the Muslim League accepted the plan. Gandhi, to the last, stood against the division of India, but Nehru, Patel, Maulana Azad, and others accepted the partition of India as the only practical solution available under the circumstances.
Freedom-loving people everywhere will wish to share in your celebration. At this historic moment, let us not forget all that India owes to Mahatma Gandhi.
In the midnight of August 14, 1947, India became independent. Speaking in the Constituent Assembly, Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, said,
"At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom."
That was India's hour of triumph. But tragedy overshadowed the joy of celebrations. India was divided. Pakistan was created. Hindus and Muslims fled in their millions from one state to the other, gripped by insecurity and fear. It was a great exodus involving 10 million refugees. In this tragic atmosphere, communal riots and extensive killings took place. Tragic as they were acts of desperation and frenzy and not a sustained civil war. Gandhi was agonized. "Death for me," he said, "would be a glorious deliverance if I must witness the destruction of India." Gandhi, who was 79 years old, went on a fast unto death. The fast moved the whole nation. Hindus and Muslims got together and assured Gandhi that they would stop the riots, and the riots stopped. Gandhi had once again brought the Indian people closer. It was now time to wipe those tears after years of struggle and suffering. The nation's founding fathers set up a constituent assembly to work out a constitution for India. The proceedings of the Constituent Assembly lasted for nearly 3 years as India's leaders vibrantly debated the fundamental issues of secularism, religious toleration, the rule of law, universal adult franchise, and a modern face for the nation.